Being here, it's an honor to be here. I want to thank Valentin and Sandoval for inviting me. We're both from El Paso, El Chuco, Texas, and it's an honor to be here. I haven't read poetry in a little while, so it's great to be doing this again. This first poem I'm going to read, it's about El Paso. It's where we grew up, and that's one thing that Valentin and I shared together. It's called Under a Crimson Sky. I was born in a border town, El Paso del Norte, by the Rio Grande, where fertile land lies between mountain pass and desert sand. I was born under a crimson sky on a cool desert night outside Chihuahua. I was born on the edge of a mountain, born between two worlds, spinning, lost, out of control, tangled in barbed wire. I am born a Pocho who speaks 3 tongues, English, Spanish, Galo. One is secret. I am alien from the world that is El Paso Juarez, born to sing the border blues. These next 2 poems I wrote when I was in Mexico. I was doing my master's thesis in Oaxaca, Mexico. I went there to do my field work. I went to the University of Texas here, but I was sent down to southern Mexico to do my master's thesis topic, which is studying healthcare delivery to the poor. And I worked in the Red Cross. And several poems came out of that experience, and I'm going to read 2 poems from that experience. This poem is called Simplemente Aguantar. Oaxaca taught me humility, how to aguantar, put up with anything. Los Indios Zapotecos taught me how to be humilde, humble, their most important virtue. Oaxaca taught me how to haggle, market skills, look for bargains, ask cuánto, lo menos, how to haggle over every glass tomato, every single potato, wheel, deal with every breath. Oaxaca taught me to stand in line, how to throw myself into crowds of people, submerge myself into humanity, squunched onto buses, trains, small places. Oaxaca taught me that privacy is a most precious luxury. Oaxaca taught me that sometimes there is no way to hide anything. No way to hide pain or happiness. No way to hide brutal violence or acts of kindness. But simplemente aguantar and be humilde. Oaxaca taught me how to cope. How to be humble y aguantar. Aguantar todo, all the time, simplemente aguantar. She sits on the corner, on the doorstep of the green blind painted hotel, whose shabby paint is peeling. She leans against the wall with her hand on her hip. Men walk by, then wait at corners to negotiate prices. Old men, young men, crippled men, skinny, fat, all of whom are usually drunk men. A man and a woman leave the hotel. She adjusts her underwear through her dress. As she walks back to the corner in front of the faded lime green hotel, she waits in the dark. A dark figure makes its way up the narrow, crooked street. Minutes later, the fat man slinks up through the hotel passageway. She follows him, and he thinks he is discreet. "500 años de resistencia. 500 years ago, the ships of death came across the Atlantic. Niña, Pinta, Santa Maria, bringers of evil, greedy men. 500 years ago, Columbus came and killed the Indians, enslaved the ones who survived, collected gold for the motherland. Columbus was no hero. Columbus was a motherfucker, a big fat zero. Columbus brought 500 years of indigenous servitude, 500 years of oppression, 500 years of sadness, which continues in America today. Today, his worshipers want dominion over people of color still. They want to celebrate the Holocaust, continue the lies, deceit, continue enslaving the so-called savages. But it is time, it is time, it is time for the oppressors to release the oppressed. Time to end the 500 years of humiliation. Time to bury the ships of death and slavery. Time to continue the never-ending resistance to the masters who would own us all if they had but enough gold to do it. Mi pesadilla, my nightmare. Suddenly, a huge object pushes down on my chest while I sleep. My breathing quickens. It hurts to breathe. I begin to pant quickly, spasmodically. I gasp, struggling to inhale the air that gives me life. Darkness falls. It is night. I am walking towards my car. 3 men approach me, looking kind of wasted, high, with eyes glossed over like crazed zombies. They approach me, wanting to kill me. They pounce hard, punching, kicking, scratching, biting, spitting in a frenzy, like wild animals. Me, I fight back, returning blows blindly into the night. I grind my teeth. White pearls turn to dust. This is my nightmare. This is my dream. I try to wake up, but I realize that I'm already awake, and that this is not a dream. This is my worst nightmare come to life. "2013 was a really hard year for me. I lost both of my parents in that year, and this poem came out of that experience. It's called The Raven of Death. The raven of death is at my doorstep, calling loudly about someone's named death. Tumbleweeds blow in the dust storm. I'm home and I must answer the door. The raven is knocking at my door. Who is it, I ask? But I know who it is. It is the messenger of death, death dressed in black. Up in the sky, 2 doves take flight, glide into the sky, glide into the night. They soar into another life. Who are you? What do you want, I ask. Nothing, they reply. Nothing. We are free now. They fly into the night. So these next poems, they're haikus, and I wrote 16 Valentine haikus for my wife, Julia. And this is how it goes. It's haiku number 1. Always I love you. And for those of you who don't know haiku, it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and then 5 syllables. Always I love you, Julia, my inspiration, the love of my life. 2, how do I love you? Many, many ways, my love. Countless ways, my love. Number 3, my heart is lonely. Without you, I cannot live. I would be dying. Number 4, Julia, I love you. My heart beats loudly for you. You light up my life. Number 5. Haiku on demand, I cannot write for you. Only love instead. Number 6. Please believe in me. I'm always there for you. I'm there for you always. Let me restart that. Sorry, I got distracted. Please believe in me. I'm there for you always. Always there for you. Number 7. Turn out the light now. Now close your eyes and love me. Love me forever. Number 8. Water trickles down. Each drop, your love leaves its mark, now etched forever. Number 9. My heart aches for you. My great thirst cannot be quenched. I hunger for you. Number 10. Jossie, I love you. My love is insatiable. I hunger for you. Number 11. Quench the fire inside. I hope you never leave me. Drown all my demons. Number 12. Today I can speak of the love I hold for you, always in my heart. Number 13. Passionate love words. Heated, hot, intensely fierce, always words of love. Number 14. I love you, Tita. I always have, always will. A poet's true words. Number 15. Why I married you. Glistening lips so sweet, you are my true love. And number 16. Corazón mío, te quiero muchísimo, toda mi vida. And I'm going to go ahead and close up and have Valentin come on up. And I want to close with this last poem. And my friend Raul Salinas would always ask me to read this poem for him. And so I decided that I would close with this poem this evening. And it's called In the Land of the Amnesiacs. In the Land of the Amnesiacs. Do you remember December 20, 1989? It was the day of the apocalypse in Latin America. It was the day the birds of prey came spraying fire, shrapnel, to tear the flesh of dark-skinned bodies. It was called Operation Just Cause. And just because our president wanted to show us his strength, it came, it went, just because. No one remembers the dead in Latin America. They died in what is yet untold reality. We live in a land of amnesiacs who cannot recall death in Latin America. And just because we live in a land where our ex-presidents cannot recall anything about anything, we live in a land of amnesiacs. We do not recall the thousands upon thousands of people killed with weapons made in the USA. We do not recall having sold or sent weapons to Latin America. We do not recall December 20. We do not remember death in Panama. We do not recall the torn limbs of children. We do not recall the morgues filled